Hello students, in this session let us determine the magnetic field produced by what? Circular current loop on its axis. We are selecting a point on the axis of the circular current loop, and at that point we are going to determine the strength of the magnetic field. So the circular current loop is nothing but it is a metallic ring. It's a metallic ring in which current I is passed. When the current I is passed through the circular loop, definitely that circular loop is going to produce what? The magnetic field. Using Biot-Savart law, let us determine the strength of the magnetic field at any point on the axis of what? The circular current loop here. Let me consider the circular current loop. Imagine this is the circular current loop here. So this is the circular current loop. Circular current loop, and R is a radius of this loop. The radius of this circular current loop is R here. O is a center of the circular loop. Actually this loop is perpendicular to the plane of the board. This loop is not parallel to the plane of the board, but it is perpendicular to the plane of the board. Andre ಈ circular loop ಅನ್ನು ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Plane of the loop is, this is plane of the loop. The plane of the loop is perpendicular to the what? Board here. Plane of the loop is perpendicular to the plane of the loop is perpendicular to the plane of the board. E type place madilla now loop na. If you place a loop like this, which means the loop is parallel to the plane of the board, but in this case the loop is taken in such a way that the loop is placed perpendicular to the what? Plane of the board. Actually the loop is like this, and the line which is passing through the what? The center of this loop. The line which is passing through the center of this loop, we will call it as axis, and at any point on the axis we are going to determine the magnetic field produced by what? This circular current loop here. So of course P is a point. I will select a point P on the axis, and here is the point P, and this point P is on the axis of the what? Circular loop, and its distance is x from the center. Concentrate here. P is a point on the axis of what? This circular loop. P is a point on the axis of this circular loop, and distance of that point P from the center of the loop is taken as x here. What is capital R? R is a radius of what? The circular loop. And in this circular loop the current is flowing. The current which is flowing through this circular loop is taken as what? I here. Of course this is what? Current carrying conductor. This circular loop is a current carrying conductor. Now definitely it is going to produce the magnetic field in the what? Surrounding space. Our aim is to determine the magnetic field produced by this circular current loop at a point P on the axis, and its distance is x from the center. So in order to what? Calculate the total magnetic field at a point P, we are making use of what? Biot-Savart law here. Now Biot-Savart law use ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ನಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ Biot-Savart law is generally used to determine the magnetic field produced by what? Small current element. Now entire current entire conductor na ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲಾಗಿ just we are taking what? Small part of a conductor in which current is flowing, and we are applying the Biot-Savart law for what? Small element of a conductor, and that small element of a conductor will call it as a what? ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಚ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೆಂತ್. Say for example, this is the first part here what I am taking, and this part has a length of what? The dl. dl is a length of a small part of a circular current loop. So this is dl. Entire circular loop is divided into number of such small current elements, and each current elements have the same length, which is equals to dl. But in the first step I will take two such current elements which are diametrically opposite to each other. ಎರಡು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? AB, and another current element I will take here, and that current element I will call it as what? A dash B dash. Both have same length and they are diametrically opposite to each other. ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಬೋತ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ವಾಟ್? ಸೇಮ್ ಲೆಂತ್ dl and both carries what? Same current. Okay, now I will take two diametrically opposite current elements and I will determine the magnetic field at point P due to first current element as well as what? The second current element. E point P nalli what is the magnetic field produced by first current element, that is AB, and what is the magnetic field at point P due to the second current element, that is A dash B dash, that will determine. So what is the distance of the point P from the first current element? Of course the distance of the point P from the first current element, I will take it as a small r. Concentrate here. What is small r? R is a distance of the current element from the point P. ಈ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ from point P is also R here. R is a distance of the point P from the first current element as well as what? Second current element, and X is a distance of the point from the center. So for the reference we'll extend these lines here. Of course this is y axis. I will call this as y dash, and I will call this as x, and of course this I will call it as a x dash here. X sine x. Now tell me, what is the magnetic field at a point P due to the first current element? What is the magnetic field at a point P due to the first current element? Here what is the magnetic field? Using Biot-Savart law. Using Biot-Savart law I can write the magnetic field at a point P due to the first current element, that is AB. That is given by yesterday's class we discussed. What is the magnetic field? dB equals to mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl sin theta divided by what? R square. This is the formula. dB equals to mu naught divided by 4 pi current flowing through the element, length of the element, sin theta divided by R square. What is theta here? Very important. Concentrate here. What is theta? Theta is the angle made by displacement vector R with dl. dl ಮತ್ತೆ r ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ angle ನ ನಾವು theta ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? The direction of the dl and direction of the r, they make an angle theta, and that theta I want to determine. So as I said you, loop is placed like this. Actually the loop is placed like this, perpendicular to the plane of the board. Here is our dl. Idu namma dl. This is dl. This is another dl. That is AB and A dash here. What is the direction of the DL? The direction of the DL is along this direction. ಈ direction ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ DL ಇದೆ. This is the direction of what? DL. This is the direction of the DL. And this is the direction of another DL. Which means this is the direction of the DL and this is what? R. Obviously R is perpendicular to the what? DL ಇರುತ್ತೆ. R is perpendicular to what? DL. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ this is DL. ಇದು DL ನಮ್ದು and this is R. ಇಲ್ಲಿ R ಇದೆ. Okay? R and DL both are tangent to the circles. R and DL both are tangent to the circles. You know very well from the geometry these two should be perpendicular to each other, which means the angle between DL and R is how much it is? 90 degree. Concentrate madri. The angle between DL and R is 90 degree. I will call this is the direction of what? DL here. This is the direction of the DL and this is the direction of what? The DL is perpendicular to the R. Therefore, what is the magnetic field here? Mu naught divided by 4 pi. It is IDL sin theta. As I defined already, the theta is how much it is? 90 degree. Sin 90 degree is 1. Therefore, IDL divided by R square. What this dB is called? Magnetic field at point P due to first current element, that is AB. So this is the magnetic field at point P. What is its direction? Its direction is along. Its direction is along PS. Its direction is along PS. Its direction DB. Magnetic field at point P due to first current element AB. Its magnitude is this much and the direction is along PS. Therefore, it is along PS. Okay. Similarly, what is the magnetic field at point P due to the another current element, that is A dash B dash? Notably, A dash B dash current element is also having the same length DL, carrying same current I, and it is also at a distance of what? The R. Therefore, that magnetic field is also given by what? dB equals to mu naught divided by 4 pi. It is also IDL divided by R square, but its direction is along PR. Its direction is along what? PR. Along PR direction. Concentrate here. The magnetic field at point P due to the first current element AB. Its magnitude is given by this formula and its direction is along PS. Second, magnetic field at point P is due to another current element, that is A dash B dash. Its magnitude is given by this formula and its direction is along PR. Now concentrate. So magnetic fields along PS and PR, they are making some angle with the what? Horizontal. That is, magnetic field along PS makes an angle of what? Phi. Magnetic field along PR is also makes an angle of what? Phi here. Definitely, the magnetic field along PR, if it is making an angle of phi with the horizontal, it should be resolved into two components. One of the component is along which direction? Horizontal direction. Another component should be along which direction? Vertical direction. Resolve where? dB along PR. Its horizontal component is given by dB cos phi. Its horizontal component is given by dB cos phi and its vertical component is given by what? dB sin phi. Concentrate madri. Magnetic field along PR makes an angle of phi with what? Horizontal. Therefore, it is resolved into two components. One is dB cos phi along horizontal direction, dB sin phi along vertical direction. Next, magnetic field dB along PS is also resolved into two components. What is its horizontal component? Its horizontal component is given by what? Once again, it is dB cos phi, and its vertical component is given by what? dB sin. Concentrate here. So, magnetic fields along PR and PS, they are resolved into their respective components. After resolving, what you are noticing there? Magnetic fields along the horizontal direction, they will add up. Why they will add up? Because both have same magnitude and acting in what? Same direction. But magnetic fields, components of magnetic fields along vertical direction, look at the magnetic fields along vertical direction, they have same magnitude but they are acting in opposite direction. Whenever you are taking any two diametrically opposite current elements, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಎರಡು current elements ನ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, diametrically opposite current elements ನ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ horizontal components add ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, vertical components cancel ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. You take any two other diametrically opposite current elements, once again you perform the calculation, once again the same thing is going to happen. Every time components of magnetic field along horizontal direction, they will add up. Components of magnetic field along vertical direction, they will cancel. Then what is the total magnetic field at point P? What is the total magnetic field at point P? The total magnetic field at point P, I will call it as a B. It should be summation of which component? ಯಾವ component ಆಗಬೇಕು? It should be summation of horizontal components. ಯಾಕೆ horizontal components ಹೇಳಿ? ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ನೀವು ಎರಡೆರಡು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, ಹಾರಿಜೆಂಟಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಎಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ವಿಚ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಹಾರಿಜೆಂಟಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ continue the calculation. B is equals to summation of which is horizontal component here. The horizontal component is given by dB cos phi. Horizontal component is given by dB cos phi. Now substitute the value of what? dB here. dB value na substitute madona because already we have the value of dB. Then B is equals to summation of what is dB? dB equals to mu naught by 4 pi IDL divided by R square. Mu naught by 4 pi IDL by R square into cos phi. Cos phi. Okay. Next step, let us substitute the value of what? Cos phi here. Let us substitute the value of cos phi. What is phi here? This angle is phi. This angle is phi. I will define one more angle. Don't get confusion here. The angle between DL and R is 90 degree. Already I have made that point clear. DL ಮತ್ತೆ R ಎರಡು perpendicular ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ this will be your DL. ಇದು DL ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ R ಇರುತ್ತೆ. This is R and this is DL, therefore both are perpendicular to each other. But the angle made by capital R with small r. I am taking the angle made by capital R with small r. ಈ ಲೈನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ angle ಏನದಲ್ಲ ಇದು phi ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಥೀಟಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, this is phi. Which angle is phi here? The angle between capital R, this line, and small r, this line, is equals to phi here. If that is phi, you can define what? Cos phi there. ಆ triangle ನಲ್ಲಿ cos phi ನ define ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾವ triangle ನಲ್ಲಿ? This triangle. ಇದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ DL ಅನ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. DLOP. In this triangle, define. Which angle you are going to define? Define cos alpha. Sorry, cos phi. Define cos phi. What is cos phi there? Tell me. Cos phi. Adjacent side divided by what? Hypotenuse. Adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Which is adjacent side here? Capital R is adjacent side and small r is what? Hypotenuse. Therefore, what is cos phi in this triangle? This triangle and cos phi in this triangle. In this triangle, cos phi is given by capital R divided by what? Small r. Cos phi value will be capital R divided by small r. Continue the calculation now. Now substitute there. Elli cos phi value nu substitute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. If you substitute the value of cos phi, I will drop here. B equals to summation of mu naught by 4 pi. It is IDL cos phi. Cos phi is given by what? Capital R by small r. Capital R by small r. Already the r square is there. Therefore, it will be capital R by R cube. Capital R by R cube. Then continue the calculations, further calculations. Then B equals to, I will take mu naught by 4 pi. Then I will take I into R divided by what? R cube. I will keep summation of DL as it is. Tell me what is summation of DL. This is one DL. This is another DL. This is third DL. This is fourth DL. This is fifth DL. This is sixth DL. Whole circular loop is divided into number of small parts, each of length DL. This circular loop na n parts ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು each part of the length ಅನ್ನ DL ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is a summation of DL? Summation of DL ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? It is a sum of all such current elements. Summation of all DL should be equals to what? Circumference of the loop ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ summation of DL ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, it is a total length of this circular loop. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ summation of DL should be equals to ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? 2 pi r. Summation of DL should be equals to 2 pi r, where r is a radius of this loop. Substitute there. B equals to mu naught divided by what? 4 pi. Summation of DL is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. ಇಲ್ಲಿ already I ಇದೆ. One more term of r. Summation of DL is 2 pi r. If you substitute it will be 2 pi r into r square I divided by what? R. B is equals to mu naught divided by 4 pi 2 pi r square I divided by what? R cube. Next we'll determine the value of r cube here by using Pythagoras theorem. Small r cube value na find out ಮಾಡೋಣ by making use of the Pythagoras theorem. Once again I will take same triangle, this one, DLOP triangle, in which apply the Pythagoras theorem. Tell me how you are applying the Pythagoras theorem here. R square should be equals to capital R square plus what? X square. I am applying the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, right angle triangle. Small r square is equals to capital R square plus x square. Then r is equals to, what is r? Root of r square plus x square. R is equals to, that is small r is equals to root of r square plus x square. Root can be written as r square plus x square whole power 1 by 2. Square root can be written as root to the power 1 by 2. Raising power 3 both side. Or cubing both side. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ cube ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. R cube should be equals to, it is R square plus x square whole to the power 1 by 2. I am cubing, therefore it will become 3 by 2. What is the value of R cube now? R cube value is given by R square plus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. Substitute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Substitute here, then B equals to mu naught divided by 4 pi. It is 2 pi R square I divided by, what is the value of R cube here? It is R square plus x square whole power 2, which is an expression for the magnetic field at a point P on the axis of circular loop carrying the current. Of course, I tried my best to convey the concept, and ultimately there will be a difference between classroom teaching and the teaching in a hall without any students. It's very tough, it is, because it's very difficult for us to know whether you people have got the steps or not. Anyhow, I have tried my best, and watch this video 1 or 2 times, and if you have any doubt you can write in the comment box ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಬಟ್ this is one of the very 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 important 5 mark concept for the annual examination. In the 2021 examination, we have the 99% of chance to get this question in examination. ನಮಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. In the 2021 examination, this question may be asked for the 5 mark. Okay.